guys, we're outside Main Street Station Casino here in downtown Vegas. We're gonna try their breakfast buffet. So it's supposed to be affordable and what, decent? Like,
yeah, it's supposed to be the only buffet down here in downtown. Watched a lot of videos on it, so we're hoping for a good review.
Yeah, we'll let you know how it is. We'll show you what it's all about inside. Obviously, it's not crowded today, you guys. It's a Wednesday morning, about 10:30 a.m. So we're gonna go up and pay, and we'll let you know how it is.
Okay guys, I'm going to start with just a traditional breakfast. I've got 2 eggs over medium, some bacon, some breakfast sausage, some kielbasa, some O'Brien potatoes, and another type of kielbasa, and just a piece of white toast. So I'll let you know what I think. Okay guys, just my thoughts on my plate 1, which is all the breakfast items. I thought everything on there was really pretty good. The eggs were cooked well. I enjoyed the sausage. The smaller one really had a nice spice to it. I really liked it. Potatoes, I think, they were a little soft and they weren't very crispy, not a ton of seasoning on them. I think it could have been good, but maybe they've been sitting out. But overall, I think I enjoyed the breakfast.
So I'm starting off traditional breakfast here at the buffet. An omelet, pretty much every veggie they had, with some jack cheese. Seemed like it's prepared really well. O'Brien potatoes and a piece of wheat toast. I'll let you know how it is. So thoughts on plate number 1. I would say the omelet station, I would definitely recommend. They have a pretty good selection of items you can have in there. She really sauteed my vegetables well, and the eggs were cooked well without being overcooked. That I would definitely recommend. Potatoes, not a fan of. I say skip the O'Brien potatoes. They're soft, almost mushy, and absolutely zero seasoning on them. Obviously, you can't really go wrong with a piece of wheat toast, but it was good bread, I will say. So I'm going to head on to plate number 2.
Okay guys, for my second plate, I've got kind of a mixed assortment here. I've got one of the waffles, which I understand is very good. I also got a small piece of French toast, which I've seen some good reviews on. Then I've got a piece of fried chicken, some shoyu chicken, and a barbecue chicken wing, and interesting, their Hawaiian stew, which I've heard a lot about. So I'm looking forward to trying it. Okay, guys, here are my thoughts on the second plate, which was most of the dinner or lunch items. I think for me, the star was the Hawaiian stew, really good. You know, it had some really generous amounts of tender beef, potatoes, carrots, and I had read or seen online that it was kind of a tomato base. To me, it tasted very much like a stew, but it was really good. It's really hot. That was the star. The fried chicken, while cooked well, there's nothing really special about the coating, and that kind of is what makes fried chicken taste good. Very kind of bland, so I don't know that I'd recommend that. But it was not dry. It was well cooked, and I really enjoyed that shoyu chicken, which was in kind of an Asian glaze and barbecue. That had a really good flavor to it. I really liked that. The waffle and the French toast, it's really too bad. They both had an excellent flavor, but they were both just so dry. I think they'd just been sitting out too long, and so I was disappointed because I think they would have been really good. But that's my thoughts on plate number 2.
Okay, guys, plate number 2 was kind of a miss, I will say. Although, surprisingly, the fruit was really fresh. I was afraid how it looked. I wasn't sure, but it was actually fresh, and everything was right. The melons, the pineapple. So definitely would recommend if you're a fresh food person like I am, give that a shot. The waffle, as Mr. G3 said, you know, it had the best batter, you could tell, like vanilla. You could really taste the vanilla and like the sugar, and it would have been freaking delicious if it hadn't been sitting out a while. It's just, I had to cut it with a knife, and I could barely even cut it with a knife, so that was really a bummer because I was looking forward to that. If you're an oatmeal person, not a lot of people are, but actually it was good. It wasn't gloppy or pasty or runny. It was actually quite good. The yams that people had recommended from the Hawaiian section that were extremely bland, so not something I would go back for at all. That's my thoughts on my second plate.
Okay, guys, I'm going to try some of their desserts, and they have a really pretty good selection. German chocolate cake, actually, which is one of my favorites, and you don't really see that at a buffet very often. Look forward to trying that. I got a cheesecake, and it looks like a type of cheesecake with maybe Oreo crumbs on top, but I'll try it and let you know. Okay, guys, here's my thoughts on the desserts. I liked all three of them. The cheesecake, it was pretty traditional, and I enjoyed it. The German chocolate cake, very moist, traditional German chocolate. Like I said, you don't find that a lot of places. I will say it's really a devil's food cake. It's not necessarily a German chocolate cake, but I certainly liked it. I like all kinds of chocolate, so it was good. And then the last thing was kind of a cheesecake base with Oreo crumble on top, and that was very good as well. I think for the selections they have, it's some good choices. I didn't get the soft serve ice cream, but that's another choice too. And so I give the desserts a thumbs up.
Hey you guys, we just finished the brunch buffet at Main Street Station Casino here in downtown Las Vegas. So it was $52 for both of us, and I would say I wouldn't go out of your way to come. You know, it was okay, but for me, the selection wasn't great. It was pretty limited. The star for me was actually the egg station. My omelet was really good, and she took her time, really sauteed the veg, and it was very well made without being overdone. And let's see, the fruit was really good. But for me, like the waffle was a disappointment. We had heard they were so good, and again, they could have been really good if they were fresh. And then I went back to see if they'd put out fresh ones, and I guess they were switching over to lunch. It was about 11 o'clock, and the waffles were gone. So I didn't get to go back for that. So for me, I would say pretty much a miss. But I think Mr. G3, we eat very differently at a buffet. So I think you had some items you did like, right?
You know, for me, like the Hawaiian stew was really good. Some of the chicken, like that Asian grilled chicken that I had, I thought that was really good. You know, the breakfast was kind of basic. I think we both were disappointed in the potatoes. You know, they don't really have an extensive carving station or anything, which, you know, is fine, but you know, probably for the price, it's, you know, decent value compared to the others on Vegas. But yeah, I don't know that we had a great experience. It
it's just kind of okay,
Yeah,
right?
I mean, you know.
It wasn't bad per se, but it certainly wasn't stellar.
Yeah.
I will say that the room itself is beautiful. Like
Yeah,
you really don't
nice
expect
setting.
it to be so nice. And what I always look for, and which I did appreciate, was all of the food stations were really clean.
Yeah.
There wasn't like stuff spilled all over, and that's a biggie.
And all the staff and workers are really friendly, very nice, very attentive, always coming around.
Yeah, true.
That part of the service I thought was
Yeah.
excellent.
Yeah, and taking away our gross plates and
Yeah.
refilling our drinks and stuff, because you never want to like sitting around.
Like
so.
the omelet lady did a very thorough job.
Yeah.
She was very nice.
Yeah, agree. So I guess in summary, I don't think I would search it out
It's awfully hard
necessarily.
to compare it against like Bellagio or Wynn or any of those places.
Well, but those are like twice as much too.
if
So
not more. So
so for $26, like I had an omelet, a piece of toast, a little oatmeal and fruit. So for Vegas, that's probably not too bad actually. I don't know.
I don't know. We're used to having some really great breakfast here, so maybe
Yeah.
that's part of it too. I don't know.
Probably higher expectations than we
Yeah.
should have. But anyways, let us know if you've tried it, if you had a similar experience. Maybe it was just kind of a one-off. I don't know. So let us know. And as always, thanks for watching. And don't forget to subscribe and like, guys.